Hello and welcome back. So as promised, I want to discuss with you what I interpret the word hypnotherapy to mean. Now, it's an interesting word. It's greatly misunderstood by many people, and like the word love. If you asked 100 people what the word love means, I can guarantee you every single one would give you a completely different description of the word. And it's the same with hypnotherapy. A lot of people assume they know what hypnotherapy is, and ultimately they only have snippets of information that they've collected over the years from movies, from friends, and a lot of it's distorted from the word hypnosis. And what you do see is a lot of hypnotists on TV, in bars and pubs, and they get a lot more exposure than a hypnotherapist might get. So there's a crossover of understanding of a hypnotist and a hypnotherapist. So hypnotherapy is, well, it actually gives you a hint in the name. It has the therapy aspect to it, where hypnosis is actually the process of taking somebody into a trance or an altered state of awareness. That is actually what hypnosis is. So hypnotherapy is using that trance state for therapeutic reasons. But I do feel that people that train as a hypnotherapist do use the therapy word too much. So there is certainly a balance that can be had from not using it at all and being a hypnotist and identifying with the therapist part too much. And let me explain why. If somebody comes to see you and they have a challenge they want to let go of, if you sit there as a therapist, meaning there's something wrong with them that you can fix, there's a lot of responsibility there. And if you take responsibility for somebody else's journey, ultimately, if they don't have the intent, the willpower to make the change that they need to, who's going to be to blame? You are, as a therapist, because you've taken responsibility. You have said, with the undercurrent of the word, that I am going to take responsibility, I'm going to make the change for you. And this is the trap that most therapists fall into. And I know this because I've trained psychiatrists, psychologists, and counselors. I've trained coaches. And when I've shared this principle, which is one of the principles of interactive hypnotherapy, which is what I teach, a lot of people have stuck back and gone, oh, yeah, it's not me that does the work, it's my client that does the work. So I can't take responsibility because it's their free will. And if we make someone do something against their will, normally it's like an elastic band effect. They will shoot back to a previous default in their behavior. Why? Because the intent wasn't strong enough for them to make the lasting change. And the subconscious mind knows. It knows when somebody is ready to change and whether someone's just toying with the idea. I could be better, I could let go of that, I might not. Is it serving me, is it not serving me? The subconscious mind knows all of this because it's the constant observer of your life and your behavior. You can't trick the subconscious mind. However, it is there to serve and protect. They're the two things the subconscious is there for, to serve you and to protect you. So, if you want to make lasting change, we have to use the subconscious mind. So going to see a hypnotherapist is very beneficial for that. However, what kind of hypnotherapist are you going to go and see? Because a hypnotherapist that thinks that he does the work for you is greatly misleading you. And this is where, getting back to my point, if you want to train as a hypnotherapist, or you may already be some type of facilitator or practitioner, then make sure the responsibility is with your clients and not with you as a practitioner. If you take responsibility, or they throw you the ball of responsibility, you can do this for me. I've come to see you to use hypnotherapy, cognitive behavior therapy, emotional freedom technique, Reiki, whatever it is you do. If you take the responsibility that they're throwing to you, you are open up to being blamed for their lack of intent, and it's their willpower, and you can't change that. That dynamic is always going to be there regardless of what. And if we go up to the spiritual level, if we transcend the words, the meanings, who I am, who you are, the story, the environment, and go up to the highest level possible, which is the spiritual aspect, is this phobia, this fear, this limiting belief, is it serving them to understand the deepest, to understand the strength they have to overcome it? Is it part of their is it part of their destiny to be able to see and become the observer of this challenge? And it can be quite severe, but it's up to your clients to want to let go. And we can't force that. It's their will, it's their intent. All we can do is sit back and be the best facilitator of change possible. And when we're facilitating change in a professional manner, using the skills that we've been taught, if they decide not to make the change, they can only respect the fact it is their choice. So hypnotherapy. I eliminated the therapy part of what I do, I would say about 8 years ago. Because when I first became a hypnotherapist, it was very much about me. It was very much about what I can do for you. And now, 14 years later, it's very much about what you can do for yourself as a client, and how I am part of your story, and how I will jump through your hoops. Because if you are a practitioner of any type, regulated or not regulated, and you are making your client jump through your hoops, I can think of one particular modality that is very strong at doing that. It's a very masculine modality, and it begins with N and ends with P, and it's very much directive and in control. And for you to flow, and for you to flow with your clients, we have to sit back and watch and be the observer. And the beautiful thing about hypnotherapy is that we are tiptoeing through the minds of our clients. They are the superstar in the story, not you, not me. We are the bystanders. We're the observers of the particle deciding to make a change or not make a change. But with the reassurance, with the motivation, the passion that we have as practitioners, we can encourage and motivate our clients to make the change in that oneness when they decide to connect with their will and intent to be and grow into something even better than they already are, because they're not broken. There's nothing wrong with anybody, absolutely anybody. It is, again, from the highest perspective possible, it is already a choice to be what it is. And I have a sister that has schizophrenia. It's a severe mental challenge, and she's part of this reality. She has to be her for me to be me. Somebody has to be in that role, and she chose on the highest level possible to fill that role in society. Why? There's many different reasons why, but it's a variation, it's a possibility. Yeah, there are people that are born without limbs. There are people that are highly successful people, and we have to understand that there's variations in life everywhere. There isn't a mistake. And if we question life as a mistake, as a problem, as something that we have to cure, we're taking responsibility for it. And there's a higher power out there. There's a higher intelligence that knows exactly what's going on. And our higher intelligence, our higher self, our soul, knows exactly what we've incarnated into. And if we start looking at our clients as if something that's not normal or standard is wrong, then you could be robbing them of the experience. And it is an experience. And we can come back and incarnate as many times as we want. If you ever hear somebody saying, this is your last incarnation, it's generally because they look at life as something that is negative. It's not. It's not negative at all. In fact, I'm going to share a story with you, which I use with my clients. I use it in my life. And it's just a story. It's a story that I always revert back to. It empowers me. It motivates me, inspires me. It keeps me in my direction. And once you truly understand this story and you use it in your life, and I've used it for many, many years. I was given this story by my mentor, and I'd like to give it to you now. And as a mentor, I pass it on to my students, and I know that you can use it in your life. So that's going to be on my next video. So I hope you have a better clarification now of the responsibility, the will, the intent of our clients, and not taking that responsibility, because it's not ours to take. It's the story of our clients, and they can hold on to that story as long as they want, and they can let go whenever they want. It just so happens that in hypnotherapy we are taught how to communicate with the subconscious mind. There are language patterns, there are words, there are special sentences, there are states of mind that we want to achieve. And once we do achieve them, then the suggestions, the metaphors, the symbols that we use in hypnotherapy are highly effective to create rapid, safe, instant change. So I hope this video inspires you. I hope that you're understanding more about hypnotherapy, and this is a whole chapter in my book about hypnotherapy and responsibility. So I hope you're looking forward to getting the book. The book's free if you want it to be. If you want to pay for it, you can. It's open to everybody at their own level of financial resources. I don't want it to be restricted to people that can only buy something. I want everybody to have it. So if you have any comments, please leave them below. Love to read them. Please share, please like, and if you enjoyed it, share the video so that maybe other people that you know would be interested in it. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.